What's up, gang? So what we're doing is, you can see, we painted everything flat black on the wall. We put up wall panels, repainted them all flat black, and now I'm just going through and dry brushing some of the highlights so we can kind of see it a little bit. So anyway, surprise, we're live. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So I'm not trying to add too much color to this. I'm just trying to highlight it so it'll stand out a little bit. What I'm going to do eventually is put some tables over on this side, and once I get a product done, I can just throw it over there and don't have to worry about it being in the way. Because right now I got things everywhere. But see if I can get my laptop out and get it on. Like I say, comments if you guys have any questions or anything. Get him over here and set it up. Take me a minute. Haven't went live for a while. Just ain't had time to do much. So I figured, hey, while I'm painting this thing, it's gonna be taking a while to get it painted. So I figured I'd just kind of aggravate you guys for a while. If I can get you connected, that is. I think it's gonna look pretty decent once that's done. I wish I had all of them like that, but the rest of them are, I got a couple like that, and the rest of them are skulls. What happened there? This accident happened here in front of the garage about 30 minutes ago. Car rear-ended another one. Bam! Scared the snot out of me. I had this computer hooked up for a while, so it might take me a minute to connect. Again, it might not connect because my router's all the way in the back. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, happy hump day. This thing's trying to give me a fit. Boring. I might not have enough service to get up on this. What's up, John? I'm not going to any conventions until probably February, I think it is. If I don't see your all's comments, I apologize. Let's see. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Hey, Berlina. So what we're doing is we are painting, since I can't get my computer to connect, we are painting all these panels. We're just dry brushing these panels. Pretty good. How about you guys? I'm not sure. I think I'm too far from the router for my laptop to pick up. But anyway, I probably missed your all's comments, and if I do, I apologize. But anyway, we are dry brushing some of these panels. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 panels to dry brush. Then I'm going to build tables through here and all that good stuff to put product on. Fur baby, she's probably laying down in her bed, but she's here. She's always here. I hardly go anywhere without her. So this here isn't nothing to be precise about. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of life. So it's not total flat black. And like I said, this is just going to be an area where we're going to stage. I got to build some tables over here so I can stage all of the product that I have done over here, and it just kind of makes it a whole lot better. I've been out of the way because I don't just make small product. I make some pretty big stuff sometimes, and I want to be able to get it up out of the way. And that way, when somebody orders something, I can go straight to it and pick it up and send it out. I'll try to keep enough stuff in stock where I don't have to build it, but right now everything's a shambles, so I'm having to. Some stuff I got made, but if it's like a special order, then of course, I'm gonna have to make that, which is no problem. I can usually make everything within 3 or 4 days. Unless we got a convention going on or something like that, then it might take me a little bit longer. So I figured I'd come on and do a little live with you guys and aggravate this not on you for a while. Let you watch some paint dry like I'm gonna watch it dry. I just realized I did not put a description or nothing in my thing. Hey, Phil Walker, what's up, brother? All the way from Scotland. I didn't even put a description or nothing on this video, so it's probably gonna be a dead video. I forgot. I got excited to see you guys. So I got this haunted house was going out of business, and we bought a bunch of their, a friend of mine bought the animatronics, and I bought some of the panels and just little doodad stuff like this and some whatnots just to, I guess, give me something else to do. Like I don't have enough to do. Screw in that corner there, see? So these panels were a pain to put up because they're all, it's a concrete wall. I'm having to do a concrete bit and then drill them and all that stuff was a kind of a pain in the hind end, but we got most of it anyway, except for this corner, I guess. It don't look too bad, I guess. All right, we'll work on this one. So this one here is kind of the same thing. The only difference between this one here and this one is where you can cut out and put, you know, different stuff in here, actors or animatronics and stuff coming out. This one here don't have that. So these are 4 foot wide, 8 foot tall. I hear my computer doing something, but probably not going online. So, I think I might have posted pictures of this before, but just, if you look back through some of my Facebook posts, these were painted different colors, some of them were blues and whatnots and greens, and so I painted it all black. And was that a mess? My sprayer kept clogging up and sprayed me in the face a couple times, and so it was fun. So I'll probably just go through and do all the tops and come back and do the bottoms. Alright, let's see what these look like. there. It looks like it might have came up. Takes forever for this thing to come up. It says I'm not connected now. Okay. I guess we ain't having internet service today on that. There's probably a quicker way to dry brush these, but I don't know how. Other than a brush. too bad. Looks like a bunch of dots on there though, don't it? Let's see if I can move this closer so I can see if anything happens. Here. It's weird how just a few feet make a difference on the internet. Just blows my mind. Kind of weird. There we go. It's trying to load it. We'll get it here in a minute. See what happens. I think we might just have enough flare again. Oh, look at that. Hot dog. I don't know what happened now. Anyway, we will go a little further over, and we got two more of those there to jar rust, and we'll come back. I'll do all the top stuff. So I've been going to the chiropractor twice a week. I got a blown disc, so it's a little rough for me to bend down a little bit, but once I get down, it's kind of like I got to stay down for a while. Then I can just keep on going. But let me get the top of this here, and we'll do the bottom. So the paint I have is a little thick, but it works pretty good. Like super thick. Because I don't cover some of my paint for a reason, because I do want a thick paint, and don't have to worry about falling off any of your easels. So we got those. Two more panels down there to get halfway down. Let's see if I can. What you see down yonder, over top of all the zombie heads. So, are you guys ready for Halloween already? Have you all started any Halloween projects or anything? Or have you just never stopped doing Halloween projects like me over here? I've been in this garage almost 7 days a week. Except for yesterday, I didn't come yesterday. Now, I'm assuming these skulls come from the same company, but the panels are different. So it's kind of weird how some of the details in the panels are nice and sharp, and the rest of them are just blowed out. So I don't know if that's due to them being outside in the sun and they kind of relaxed, or if that's a flaw in the mold, or I'm not sure what's going on with the differences in them there, but either or, it's all black, and I'm just highlighting the skull, so it really doesn't matter. And I said I'm only doing these because I want some kind of background whenever I put my finished products over here on the table, that I have some kind of background. It might be a little bit too busy. I'm not sure yet until I get everything going on, see what it looks like. If I have to, I'll just, if it looks too busy and not right, I'll just repaint it all black again. And just leave it black. Kind of like ghost skulls, but I mean, just coming out the wall and you really can't see much detail in it. But yep, that's what we're doing. Hey, thanks, Prop Doctor. Appreciate it. Hey, brother. Unhinged Productions. Yeah, man, I stay, so I have almost 10,000 square foot building here. And so I have a lot of stuff in it and stuff. I'm constantly changing stuff around to try to make it where it fits in, if that makes any difference. Like right now I'm molding. I got a mold room where I mold everything, plus I sculpt and all that stuff in there as well. Well, that's got to change. Then whenever I get the molds done, I bring them out here and I put them in the middle of the warehouse and pour up my latexes and stuff. Well, now I have room in the back there with some shelves, some heavy duty shelves now that I can put the molds actually on the shelves when I'm done with them. And as I need them, I can just pull them off and set them in front of there and pour my latex and stuff there. So eventually the stuff I have here is going down there. and that'll open up a lot more room for me up here to deal with. And plus, I got my trailer in here, I got my hearse in here, and the back of it's fairly cleaned up a little bit back there, except for a little bit of wood in the floor. But up front here, it looks like a bomb went off in it, and so this is kind of what's holding me up with some of the stuff. So once I get this done, I can get my tables built over here. Then when I make product over there, I can move them over here, and they're out of the way. And it just makes sense to do that versus me taking them back into the shelving and the mold room and all that stuff. So just a little bit at a time. So in the meantime, I'm doing this, and plus I'm making product. I just made a bunch of bloods, and shoot, what else I made? The new skull columns I came out with. I actually got one over in a mold ready to pour some foam in it, which I'll do that after a while. And I'm gonna make a new skeleton ordeal. Actually, I got one back there that needs to be molded, and I'm gonna make it another one. So the one back there in the back is 6 foot tall by 2 foot wide, and it's a skeleton standing on top of a bunch of skulls, because I like my skeletons and skulls anyway. And then the other one I'm making is going to be a skeleton crawling on top of skulls, and it will be probably 2 foot by 4 foot. It might be a little bit bigger. It all depends on how I can get the look. So I'm going to make I'll cut 2 boards, and I'll make one 3 foot wide and one 2 foot wide. Then I'll just, once I get everything on it and sculpt it out how it's going to look and everything, then I'll know do I need the 2 foot or the 3 foot. So, but with everything else in the mix of everything, you guys know, if you guys build this stuff, you got 100 things going on, trying to make product and fix your shop up, clean your shop, and send out product and stuff like that. And if you're a one-man show, it's even worse, because if you sell a bunch of stuff, then you gotta do all the shipping ordeal and stuff like that. This makes it a challenge, especially if you're new like me to it. But we'll get it eventually. Just take it in strides and go on until you get it all figured out. And then you find a better way to do it, then you end up doing it a better way. Just keep going till you get it down. So I got me a couch over here now in case I need to. Usually I stay here to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But if I get too tired or something, I got me a couch over there now. I can just lay down, take me a nap, get back up a couple hours and hit it again. So and the website, getting the website going on. So I got Mr. Blake on that yesterday, so he's been working on that for me. Trying to get the website up and going so we can get it out there and you guys can see. Because I don't think you guys see half the stuff I do. I try to post as many pics as I can, but sometimes it's a little tough. But we'll get the website up and going for too long, and that way you guys can go check that out. See if there's anything you might want. I think that'll be pretty cool once we get it going on. we're gearing up for Fear Expo next year, which will be in Florida. I think it's going to be in Orlando, Florida, in February. Which February is fine, it'll be a little bit warmer down there than here. So I'm not doing Kentucky. So I'm okay with that. See how that does. Then we'll go to Fear Expo in, I think they moved it to April. And hopefully next year, I can do MHC with my brother Cobwebs. He's going to be up there by himself this year. I just don't have enough product made. I did Fear Expo and sold out at Fear Expo. Then I did a little venue around here and I sold out, and it was, I mean, they wiped me out, so I had to start pretty much from scratch again. Yep. Fun times in Ridgemont High. Oh, hey, Cobwebs, I was just talking about you. That's okay. Yeah, the camera. That's probably what I need to do is bring it down there, but I'm kind of tethered to a. Who cleaned offices? Oh, April, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, shipping does suck. Shipping sucks. Yeah, my phone's attached to a cord, an electrical cord, and if I move it too much, I'll just move you down here so you can see me down here. And you can watch my butthole as I do the bottom there. How's that? Yeah, the blood, one little bottle of blood's expensive, man. And the sad part is I'm not trying to make a killing off of anything. So I try to make it as cheap as possible because I know the shipping is going to kill us. You know, you buy a bottle of blood, time you pay $14 for a bottle of blood, shipping is $10 and 20 cents or something like that. So now you got about $25 in a little 8-ounce bottle of blood, which sucks, you know, but I can't sell you a bottle of blood then cover shipping and I make $4. I got that just in the bottle and the cap and a little label. Anyway, you know, thank you, dear mother. Appreciate you. I just thought I'd come on and aggravate you guys for a while and let you watch my paint dry. I don't know how it looks on your guys' end. I guess once I get it done, I will step back and look at it and see how it looks, if it looks crazy or not. I don't know. The service sucks here for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it. It's a good old Verizon. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't. I got internet and cable here at the shop, but my internet's all the way in the very back. So it's got to go through a bunch of brick walls to get up here. And half the time that doesn't work either. So there's that one. So this one here is a pain. Get some more paint for this. Sure, I'll see that okay, huh? So I do have another panel, and I'm going to put it there. I just my truck's in the garage, so now I'm just driving my car, so I can't put the panel in my car. I'll wait till my truck gets fixed, then I can get the panel. And then I can get the panel to put up there. that's okay. Anyway, there we go. Okay, I heard not that much. So anyway, I was State Farm insurance or not, but I got State Farm insurance unfortunately. Anyway, so I have automatic payments set up each month out of that. So they was taking out 15th of every month. So they withdrawed it on the 15th. Then they turn around and try to withdraw it again on the 23rd. And I don't know why they was trying to do that. So I kind of called them and said, hey, what the hell is going on? But nobody has a clue why they were trying to take it out of my account twice. But anyway, as I was on the phone with the insurance adjuster, a car piled up out there in front of me. Bam! And he heard it and everything. He's like, was that you? I'm like, no, it wasn't me. So it was kind of funny that kind of happened right there. I just turned 49, so I'm right behind you. 49, Jesus, I wish I was 49 again. I'm getting to be an old man. 49 and 51. And my back feels probably 95. Anyway, neither here or there. Happy birthday, if it's somebody's birthday and I didn't get to see it. So, let's move these guys out of the way. And we'll move our zombies back and we'll paint that bottom over there and those bottoms. We'll get these out of the way first. So if you see me moving stuff weird, it's because I'm down in the back. I got a busted disc. I blew that disc in my back. It's ripped. So I'm trying to prevent to have surgery on that. I've been having my back stretched. So I go twice a week to get my back stretched out so I don't have to, hopefully I don't have to have surgery on that sucker or get shots in the back, but I think I'm gonna have to get shots in the back. So that's gonna suck. Yeah, a couple of them there, your back's tore up. I'm over 60. Holy smokes, you're old. I mean, that's still young. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I was thinking, so it was going to give me a pain blocker before I started all the stretching because it's very painful. And if you guys have ever had your back stretched, I had to do 3 times a week for 6 weeks. Then I went down to twice a week, and I'm still at twice a week. But it gets very painful, especially whenever you first start out. Then after a while, it starts letting up and gets better and better and better over time. But I feel like I'm at my max pulling weight right now, which is half of your body weight. So I think if I'm not done, if I'm not better within the next 30 days, I'm probably going to try to get a pain blocker for my back. They said they go in with some needles and stab your spine nerves and shoot some gunk in there. I don't want to, but it's hard to function because everything I do I have to watch my back. So Yes, cobwebs. You need to get that MRI, dude. I'm telling you. I think my MRI cost me $400, so it wasn't that bad. Just shop around for. I know it sounds weird for an MRI, but shop around for an MRI. It was $400 to get my MRI, and then they sent it to my chiropractor and told him that, hey, I got a bulging disc that's ripped. It wasn't a bad tear in it, but said if it was any worse, then I would probably had to have surgery to have that repaired. But we're trying this first before we do anything. So hopefully I don't get any surgery. I'm not into all that stuff. No problem, Roseanne. Thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, but yeah, I'm here. I mean, I'm still here at the garage almost 7 days a week. Now, yesterday I slept all day and I slept all night. So I did. I slept a lot because I just wear myself out over here because I'm here. You know, even if I come over here, I usually try to be here around noon, and I'm here to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 5. Go home, and I'm up at 8 o'clock. Then I'll take me another nap, then I'm back up, and I'm back over here doing the same thing. I guess after a while it catches up with you, then you just wear yourself out. But kind of where I'm at. I guess you guys, yeah, you guys can see me up there. Let's see if we can get this last two of them here. But yeah, I slept a lot. You know, I slept for basically one whole day and one whole night, and got up today. Went and got my back stretched and back over here at the garage. felt that. It don't look too bad. But yeah, so the chiropractor told me to make sure I get some pain medicine stuff before I come in, especially when you're at your max pulling, cause time they get done pulling me, I stumble to the next room to get cracked. And I didn't take any pain meds today. Last time I took a couple ibuprofens, and I forgot to take a couple ibuprofens this time. And I'm definitely feeling it. It's not super bad, but I'm feeling it. Make the zombies? No. This is Jason Becker's. He made those. I drove to Virginia and picked those up from him when he lived up there. Jason Becker made those. I think Scare Factory makes them too. But man, you can't trust them to buy anything from them suckers to get your product. So he just happened to make some. I said, hey man, I'll buy them if you want to sell them. And so that's how I got the zombies. But I do have some bodies coming out soon. So I got some full size bodies that I'll be making those before too long. Shoot, I got all kind of stuff that it's just got to be made. It's ready. I just got to make it. And I have time to make it. But my problem is once I make it, where am I going to put it? So my whole, I think 70-foot table over there is just plumb cluttered up. One table is nothing but foams, latexes, and silicones and stuff like that. And some of the dumb products down there at the end. And I reserved 2 tables for working on like my foams and silicones. I don't know what the heck that was. Anyway, I reserved 2 tables for that because that silicone is nasty, the foam's nasty, the resin's nasty. So I got 2 nasty tables just for that reason. Then after those 2 tables, it goes down where you start putting hair on stuff or painting or whatever, like these little guys here. So we got these little things here in the making, so I'll make a bunch of these and I'll set them up to the next table, and then they'll get painted. Then they'll get to the next table and they'll get haired and all that stuff. But I got these going on. Oh, let me show you my newest one. So there's my newest shrunken head, my little baby shrunken head. I guess I'm calling this like the little Queen clown, shrunken baby's head. I don't know. Anyway, it just needs a name. But there she is. I got the hair idea from Beth at Drop Dead Studios, I think it's called. Yeah, Drop Dead Props or Drop Dead Studios. I can't remember. My brain ain't working today. But anyway, she did. I sent her some skulls, so she makes the skulls on the voodoos. Then I showed her how to do the hair on these right here. I showed her how to do the hair on the baby skull, so she can do that on her voodoo babies or whatever she wants to do it on. Then she sent me a picture. Hey, I just did 5 of these, and she did them with pigtails. And I thought they was just the coolest little thing. So, Drop Dead Designs. Thank you, sir. I knew it was something. My brain ain't thinking today. But anyway, she did something like this with pigtails, but hers got red pigtails. And I only had the gray hair, so I've got dye. So I dyed her hair purple. Then I painted the purple clown things and cut her little nose and made a little, I guess, a little shrunken Quinn baby. I don't know. Like Harley Quinn. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I make those two. So these are pretty cool. I took 12, 15 of these to the little show around here, and I sold out of them. I sold every one I had. So they're pretty popular little things. But I got a bunch of them sitting here, ready to finish. So I can make them with a stand or without a stand. Excuse me. So these are soft too. I make mine in Foamex. So these are made out of Foamex. If you guys use any foam, so this is not like a hard foam, and it's kind of like one of them stress balls, kind of like that kind of a feel, and so they got a nice feel to them. So if you go to get you some foam on anything, use that. You use it's called Foamit X, or I think it's also Foamit 10. But that's what you got right there. So I really enjoy these over the rigid foam. I'd rather use them over the rigid foam. But it's all in what you want and how you're going to do it and stuff like that. So how I put the hair on is I take these little dowels, take a little dowel, and stick it in its head. Of course, that'll be glued in. Then you just take your hair, wrap your hair around that dowel till you get it to the thickness of the hair you want. Then once you get that all glued on there, get it pulled back or to the side, however you want to do it. Then you take a little rope and you just wrap your 4 or 5 strands around your hair, and there you go. Then you have one of these little boogers, and that's what you come up with. So this is another one. So I have hair that's dark and light. I'm actually out of that, so I just ran out of that. And I got some that's just white. And if you get some, I'm sorry, gray, I guess you can say it's gray hair. But if you get some with gray hair and you want to dye it instead of having to go buy a whole total different color of hair, you can dye it with Rit dye. I just dipped it in a cup with Rit dye, and there we go. That's how we come up with that little girl. She's a sassy one. But anyway, I know I don't show you guys enough how I make stuff on here. I haven't for a while, just been showing you what's been made. But that's how I make those, the baby skulls. And I think that's the only ones. Well, I got about 10 of them in the backpack here already made, 10 or 15 of them made already. And they're ready to ship. If you need your little baby, we got you hooked up. Now, if you need one with pigtails, we had to make that one because this is the first one. This is the first one I did. Once Beth showed me hers with pigtails, I was like, man, I need to try that. So I said, hey, Beth, can I use your idea for the hair? She said, sure. So me and Beth and Lenny go back and forth on different stuff we make and stuff like that. Because my thing is, we're not going to be at the same show every show. If I make something and they want a copy of it, I'll send it to them, or they can send them blank and they can make their own copy and sell their own product. They can sell it at their own shows or whatever shows they go to, because they go to a lot more than I do. And that goes with anybody. If somebody wants to make something that I make, go for it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not like that. If you want to copy something, copy it, and make it and sell it. I don't care. I don't care. So, oh yeah, I know y'all have seen this, but I'll show you anyway, just to aggravate you. All right. And here's our skull columns. These are 10 inches wide, and they are 4 foot long. So, and they're, I'd say they're probably around, I don't know, 8, 9. They might be 10 pounds, but I don't think they're 10 pounds, but they're pretty thick. And they're soft foam, latex and soft foam, so you don't have to worry about if somebody runs into it, busting their skull open. So we made those, we just got through those. I gotta make a set that's turned the other way with the skulls pointing up and down, sideways. So I'll do a vertical and a horizontal. And so I gotta get those done. And then I'm making a 2x4 or a 3x4 foot. It's going to be 2 skeletons. One skeleton's going one way and one skeleton's going the other way, and it's only going to be like half a skeleton. But you got a row of skulls on the bottom. The skeleton's trying to basically run that way, and the other one's trying to run this way. So I think that'll be pretty cool to do. And I just got to get more clay. I've got probably 50 pounds, but I need about another 50 more pounds. And what else we got going on? Oh no, we got all kind of stuff. We got pumpkins. If you like pumpkins, we got, I call them 5-gallon bucket pumpkins because they set on top of a, I made them to set on a 5-gallon bucket. Let me show you one of those. I'm sure you've seen those too, but I'll aggravate you again. Let's see, if I can find one. So I've got these. I still got a couple of these left. I sold like 5 or 6 at Fear Expo, but I got these. So I designed them to where you can set them on top of a 5-gallon bucket. Has to have a lid because this thing will support the bucket itself. It's all foam. It's basically half foam filled inside. So we got these, and we can paint these any color you'd like. I did blue ones, dirty white ones, and whatever colors. And these things, I took 12 or 15 of these at Fear Expo, and they wiped me out. Basically, they wiped me out about of everything on the first day. So I still got, I think 2 or 3 of these left. That's from left over from Fear Expo. These are all soft foam too. These are all foam at 10, latex, and filled with foam in the back. These here have a piece of 222 wire going through it, which is about as big around as my little finger. It's electrical wiring. That way, if you need to bend it, there you go. You can bend it. You can bend it basically however you want to. So they got that going on for it, and so I try to bend it like it's supposed to be, kind of like that. You can bend it sideways if you want to. You can do it however you want to. And I like the 222 wire because it's stiff enough to bend and hold its shape. This one's unblooded, so this one don't have the monster blood on. And I can make them with or without blood, depends on what you want. These are like 125 plus shipping. These are pretty freaking cool, I think. So, a little story about this. So I originally, hold on a second, let me show you. Let me get to the meat and potatoes. All right. So this is my backbone, and this one's already got the foam and the wire inside. It don't have the skull on it. So when I first did these, my back literally hurt me so bad that I didn't care if somebody took me out that day or not. I mean, I was just in so much pain from my back hurting, and I decided to mold a spine, and I was just gonna make it with stuff coming out of it and tendons and stuff like that coming out of it. Then I was like, hey, why don't I just put a skull on top of that and just have a skull backbone? So I did, and fiddled around with it a little bit and figured it out and stuck a skull on it. And I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. So I went on a computer, and I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I went on a computer and looked up skull and backbone, and the first thing that popped up was Predator. Him holding the skull up with the backbone. I was like, I freaking knew I saw that somewhere. I knew it. So anyway, that's how we ended up with Predator trophies instead of just a spine. But if somebody wanted a spine with tendons and stuff hanging out of it and like it's been ripped out, I can do that also. But anyway, that's the story of how the spine came about, then the skull came about, and how the Predator trophy as a whole came out. So anyway, that's a little story about that. It was fun. It was funny. And we also make these little shrunken head guys. Most of these are still in the daggone box that we hauled to the show and back. We make 6 different kinds of shrunken heads. These are, if you know anything about Dead Rabbit Studios, they were the originals of these here. And I bought their molds from them, so we make those now. So there's one of them. I just brought a couple over to show you. And these guys here. So, I know why now they sold these to me. They didn't want to make it no more. It's because they're easy to make. I mean, as far as the mold goes, they're not bad. So, it is a little time consuming. By the time you put the string in, the beads in, the paint, the stuff in the ears and the bones and the string and the hair, oh my God, you got a ton of time in these things. So I know why they sold them and stuff, but they're too cool not to sell. So we added them to our line of different weird stuff, and so we have some of those too. Uh, if you like little shrunken heads, and we're going to do these in different variances and stuff like that, which should be fun. So I had And here's a problem, if you guys make props, I know some of you do, like cobwebs and stuff like that, and Art Lady Blunzer, the Den Mother. So I know some of you guys make props, and sometimes the materials that you use are no longer available, and that sucks. That hits you pretty hard. It's like, okay, and now what? So now you got to figure out a different way to do, just say like the hair. So I had little hair pieces that you could put right on some of these, and it fit perfect. Well, guess what? They don't make them no more. So now I got to go find a different way to make them. So in order to keep, the prices reasonable for people to buy, it's not that you got to find cheap material, but you got to find it readily available to you. So if you can't find some of the materials, then you have to cut a bunch of stuff down or make it yourself. And it just eats up the time and money. And then before you know it, you can have $100 in a shrunken head trying to sell it for 50 bucks, and it could kill you. So, it's just little stuff like that. Whenever you're making, if you're mass producing something, it's a little hard, but if you're just making one or two things, then it's no biggie. But anyway, that's how it goes. Oh, anyway, let me show you this over here. I was rambling on showing you all my crap, but there's my wall. So I got it all the way around to there. So I got those extra pieces of brick I had, and I got one behind me. It's just sitting up by a pole. So I gotta get me another corpse and put on this one here, and I got a corpse on that one. Then I just did the rest of it in these skull panels, and I didn't have enough skull panels. I needed 3 more skull panels. I did not have those, but I had a couple of these oddball ones, so I put those up. And of course, that one's the same but different, if that makes any sense. That one goes sideways, so I put that one sideways. Then I just went ahead and put the other 2 skull panels down there. So I've got one, and the other one's like a 3/4 panel. And I have some soft panels. I guess I could show you some of the. Let me show you some of this weird stuff I got. That's pretty cool. I got out of an old hunt, and I'm not sure who makes most of it. I was told the one skull panels that I have, I think Midnight Studios makes, but the rest of it, I'm guessing they make it. I don't know, but I'll show you. So it seems like I've seen this somewhere before, but I'm not sure who makes that. So if you know, them in the comments. But I think I only got one of these, and they're all soft. So they're all foam. But these were in an old hunt. I took them off the wall. Here's another piece that was in a hunt. I don't know who makes that either, but I got it, and I was like, well, I can put these. I was thinking about putting them. Let me show you. So I got the ventilation shaft up there, and I thought about putting some of these up there in that little 2-foot space there or somewhere. But if not, I was going to use these other things. Let me show you here. So I got these here. The guy told me he bought these at Trans World one year, years ago, from Midnight Studios, and they were like 250 bucks. So they're not even 4 foot wide, and they're almost 2 foot. I mean, 4 foot long. They're not 4 foot long, and they're right at almost 2 foot, tall, wide, whatever you want to call it. So I was gonna put these. I got a bunch of these that he had in his haunted house. So I was gonna put these at the top, up there. But with it being foam, guess what? If I use great stuff or anything like that, I'm gonna have to hold that there until it glues itself. We'll just have to figure that out. But anyway, I got that going on. So just got to figure out how I'm going to glue those up. Then that's it as far as that goes. I got a bunch of those. I got 2 carts full of those. Most of them skulls. Oh, let me show you the other one. Let me see what I'll do with that sucker. Okay. Let's have to dig these out. Okay. So I'm not sure who makes these. I don't know if Midnight Studios makes these or not. If you know, let me know. Of course, it's seen better days because they were in a hump for years, and I just ripped them off the wall. But you see the skulls at the bottom and how the skeleton's going one way, but there's nothing really going the other way. It's just like little odds ends and stuff. So I want to do one like this, but with a skeleton going one way and a skeleton going the other way. So basically, it could be shown either, you can stick it up there and you don't have to have a preference of where your skeleton is staring at. So, just some stuff I've been pondering around that I want to make. Now the full panel skulls, the little full panel skulls I showed you, they told me that those were made for barrels. They were barrel wraps. So they said it took 2 of them to put on a barrel. Well, $250 years ago. So you're looking at $500 just to wrap a daggone barrel. That was expensive then, and it'd be expensive now to wrap a barrel. So hopefully I can make those and be a little bit cheaper on it. Hopefully that's what I'm wanting to do. It's not so much the latex that kills me, it's the foam that kills me. And that stuff isn't cheap. So, yeah, Kyle's not cheap. I don't even know if they make those anymore. And to me, I think Midnight Studios makes those other panels too. In my book, I think it's so close to the other ones, I don't know why they wouldn't make those. I could be wrong, but anyway, that's what the one with the skeleton pointing one way. I want to do another one. I want to do one with one skeleton going one way, one skeleton going another way, and some of the skulls or something out the bottom. I think that would be cool. It'd be, make my own design. Hey, Brother Ray, what's up? Brother, you a day late and $1 short. You just missed everything we just did. I painted all these all flat black, and I just went through and drop brushed all the skulls and the different doodads and doo-don'ts on there. So now that those are done, I can build tables, and I think I got, so there's 8, 16, or 2. So I have about 40 foot of tables to build. So it won't be too bad, I don't think. 40 foot, 8 foot plywood. So instead of making these tables 4 foot wide, I'm only gonna make these tables 3 foot wide. So I think it'll be a little bit better. But anyway, Ray, what I'm doing is I'm getting this area done. That way, when I get product done, I can bring it over here and set it up out of the way. Cause everything over there, once I pour it and make it and all that stuff over on that table, that whole 70 foot is just a freaking nightmare. I'd show you, but I'm kind of embarrassed to show you that mess until I get it cleaned up because I got shit everywhere. But yeah, that's what I'm doing this here. So once we get product made, we can get it set over here, and as people buy, place an order for it or whatever, we can just go over there and pick it up, put their name on it, put it in a box, get it ready for shipping, and ship it out. It just makes sense to do that. I don't want to be that person that has to, hey, it takes 6, 8 weeks to make your order. I'm trying not to do that. But also remember, when you're making this stuff, you have sitting product. So that could end up being a lot of money sitting there waiting. Basically what I'm saying is I want product sitting here ready to be shipped and stuff like that, but I want to make enough that I can do more than 1 or 2 shows, and I don't have to bust ass from one show to the next show to the next show of making a product. Then I can focus on actually making something different instead of just making the same product over and over and over and over. Like these shrunken heads. Now I probably got 25, 30 of these already made, including these. These only just need to stick in a stand. So I got probably about 25, 30 of these. Yeah, probably about 30 of these made. So if you guys buy a bunch of these, then I'm set. But if you guys want those pumpkins, if you want a pumpkin, but you wanted a different color, well, guess what? Now I have to make it and paint it a different color because I think I got 2 of these left, and they're both orange. Um, if you want one of these quins, which uh, these little things like this one here doesn't take a lot of time to make, from pour up to putting it on a stake and the stand, and the hair and everything's what takes the longest. And of course, waiting for the paint to dry. So these here, I'm gonna make a bunch of these with different color hairs and get their clown nose put on and stuff like that. I think once I get a bunch of these set aside, I'll be okay with that. And I've got those skull columns. I got one in a mold now. It just needs foam. I've got another pumpkin in there that needs foam. So my thing is I want to make a few products that's raw. I have like a column that's not painted. I have a pumpkin that's not painted. And if somebody wants to special order one, a different color or whatever, I don't have to go right then and there and make a new one. I can just, all I do is just paint it, let it dry, ship it out. Um, so I'm kind of thinking along that way. I can get me some of those skull columns. Now the skull columns, I got 4 or 5 of those already made, and I am trying to do different colors on it just to kind of give you an idea of what colors I can do, like the voodoo skulls or just antique-ish look um, collars or whatever. But yeah, the small stuff is easier to store, but I don't. It's not like I have a lot of small stuff. I mean, I do have quite a bit of small stuff, but I have a lot of big stuff too, and the stuff coming up is even bigger. So that's the problem I'm having is storing everything, and I can put it over here on the table once I get it done and get it ready to ship out when somebody buys, unless they buy, abundance of things like, 10 or 12 panels, and of course I'll have to make some of those, but I can do a column. It takes me about a day to do a column. So, and if I got a bunch of orders for those, I can always make a couple more molds to compensate for that. or however. Bigger cats. All right, what did I miss? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If you guys haven't seen cobwebs as rats, oh my god, this is freaking awesome. I want one, but I want one free. I think we all need one, a free rat from cobwebs. So cobwebs, hook a brother up, man. And cobwebs will be at MHC. So if you guys are going to MHC, make sure you go and check out his booth. Um, he'll have a lot of crap there. The reason I'm not there this year is because last year he took all the tables. Yeah, I bought 32 foot and I didn't have not one table. So I just like I'm not going this year. Nah, I'm not going this year is because I didn't have enough product made. So, of course, you guys know how my year went last year when I went to MHC. It was the truck broke down, and I had to spend a week with Cobwebs and his wife, and had somebody come and get me. Come home, find a place to get my truck fixed up there, go back up there. Then yeah, it was it was a little rough. It was definitely an adventure for sure. But anyway, we got it back home. We got it fixed and back home after, $10,000, $12,000 later. And now my truck's in the garage again. So, oh well, it's you can be mad all you want, but it's not really worth getting upset about. Luckily, I have another vehicle to sport around in. I got my pumpkin. I got my pumpkin car. I don't know if you can check out that or not. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there's my. I drive the pumpkin, so I'm limited on space in that sucker, so I can't like haul a bunch of shit in it. So it sucks. But you guys want to hear a story about this pumpkin guy? So when I first started cleaning the building up, I put this pumpkin out here because I was hoping somebody would steal it, and nobody has stole the damn thing. So there it stands. But this is my building. I'll show you how long it goes. So you can see it goes all the way to the back. Then back there has that whole section up there is 2-story. So that's a 2-story. I don't know if I'm going to lose you guys in service or not, but just in case. But this is all 2-story up here. This is all workshop here. Then this back half is kind of like my offices and break room and crap. And this is my buddy's warehouse. He's getting ready to open this up for weddings and parties and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty cool. He's gonna paint that raw stuff eventually. Then I own the parking lot back here. So we got that. And of course the curbs need painted and it just needs cleaned up and all that good stuff. And this is the back of my building. So those gutters up there leak. They're split in the middle and they leak down, hit my window, and you can see how it just hits the window and comes down the building. So we're getting new gutters put up and getting this all repainted back here. And of course I gotta get all that bushes and stuff taken out. I don't know if you guys can see, but up in the window there's a guy standing up there. Doubt you can see him. There he is. But anyway, I had a guy come and talk to me the other day. He's like, "Man, I keep seeing somebody in that window," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's my night watchman." So, but yeah, this is where my shop is. Of course, you can see it needs painted out here. All that needs repainted. I need to paint the doors and all that goody stuff. Then I'm eventually probably going to take down the old signs and put up some new signs. I got cameras everywhere, so hopefully the crackheads ain't stealing shit. And this is a fairly, this side over here of the hood is pretty decent. So we got nice neighbors over here, all basically new homes and stuff. So it's not a bad little area. And of course, yeah, there's my shitty tables. As you can tell, man, I've got stuff everywhere. Don't hate. I got foams. I got soft foams, rigid foams. I got uh, foam X, foam 3, foam 4, foam 10, uh, silicones, rebound 25, some fiberglass, some resin, and some latex, and of course, one little spot here where we paint everything, and the creepy apples that we paint. Can't forget my creepy apples. So we got a couple of those pretty much done. Those are making. These are just painted, so they need different colors. Some shrunken heads. They just painted a butt because they take forever to make the shrunken heads. I think y'all get it. So there we go. Here. Oh, so there, poured, and there's another skull column there, a couple signs and stuff. So all this stuff here, as you can see, it's kind of in the middle of everything. All this is going to go back here. All molds on this section back here. While this area over here, the service just in this area for Verizon. I'm not sure why. Hope you've seen a little bit of everything. I know some of it probably like froze up on you, but if there's something in specific you want to see, just let me know and I'll shoot you a picture or whatever. Let me see what we got going here. No, not fun, but yeah. I mean, so my whole thing is I want to get supplies in here where I don't have to keep running to the store 2 and 3 days to try to pick up supplies. It just drives me nuts to have to do that. I try to, it's not like I go out and spend $50 or $100. I don't like to spend, but I spend, 2 and 3 and 4 and 500 bucks on materials just to have in stock. And like when you guys buy something from me, uh, I don't, uh, I don't take it and spend it. I'll leave it in the PayPal or Cash App or whatever like that, and I reinvest that money back into buying more supplies. So, that's the whole thing of that. I just want to have as much supplies here as I can, so it makes it quicker and easier for me to get the products that you guys buy from me out to you quicker. That's the whole point of that. Damn, I lost everybody down to two. You guys, wow, that must be really. Yeah, it seems like the more space you got, the more crap you accumulate. But some stuff I do have that I will be using, I don't want to throw away, like some panels, and of course I got like 300 or 400 sheets of plywood. I'm not going to trash. I'll use those for making facades or bases or whatever I need to out of them, stuff like that. So just pretty cool crap like that. Anyway, I think I lost you guys. I've been on here like 2 hours. I think I'll let you guys go. Thank you for hanging around, and maybe we'll go live again tomorrow or something. See what see what we're gonna do tomorrow. Anyway, hey, we appreciate you guys sticking around, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the little tour. Uh, Sorry, my server sucks. We'll get it next time. Anyway, guys, keep it creepy.